Hey guys, it's Matthew here once again with a follow-up video and all the endgame shit for the Molten Strike accuracy, int, and dexterity stack jug. Now, basically just going to be showing you a highlight reel of face tanking stuff, showing what basically old Vaal Pact Leech looks like, where if you have the damage and the balls to just commit to face tanking stuff, you can leech through anything. This isn't strictly leech, however. We do have life gain on hit from our claw and also from a claw mastery. On top of that, there is some instant leech, so I've got 20% instant leech from the leech mastery and the claw mastery, and that does bring me to the first point of from the prior video. I was dual wielding. I swapped into a shield basically because with a single claw I can use the 40 attack speed, 20 less damage crucible mod. If you have dual claws, using those mods is pretty not good, since it gives you 2 less global damage things, and that's just going to kill your DPS. So we swapped into a shield because I could basically have a similar amount of damage, but the shield has a bunch of utility that it adds to the build, and that was mostly just like getting some reservation into the build, because it's a synthesized reserve shield, and a little bit of crucible stuff as well, so like there's life on it or some shit. I never remember. It was a pretty mediocre shield, but yeah, I got rid of the dual claw setup. You can keep going with the dual claw setup. It's like pretty much the same output, DPS wise, attack speed wise, and all that. But if you go with a shield, then it lets your first claw be a bit more flexible for crucible, and you can potentially fix some gaps in like resists on your shield and some other utility stuff. So we've done that and changed masteries around, so check the POV if you want to see what it's like at this stage. So the character hit about 4k life, like really big sustain from life gain on hit. If something isn't one-shotting me, then and I'm allowed to attack, then I will basically out leech or out life gain on hit it. There is plenty of stuff that can one-shot you though. Even though the jug has like almost 100k life, capped spell suppress with the jug node that does early damage from armor, there's still going to be stuff that one-shots you, and that's some certain mods, some certain uber bosses, some certain crucible stuff, so there's still plenty out there. The character hit level 95 and mapped pretty well, so it wasn't really too much of an issue for the most part. There were things you had to look out for, there were situations that you still had to deal with, because you are painfully melee still. It is Molten Strike, and I do have fuck all strike range. So to actually do any damage, I basically have to be on top of whatever enemy I'm attacking, and committing to standing still in its entirety. So you do have to watch out for that. Like, you can build a bit more strike range if you're really, into it. But for the most part, I just took the fact that I was melee and ran with it. That's the big difference between this and Volcanic Fissure. So if you did a similar build with Volcanic Fissure, like I played last league, you still get all of the benefit of being kind of like a Molten Strike life gain on hitter, but you can be ranged. You can like sit back and chuck out these fissures from wherever you're attacking, and it really wasn't better playstyle overall, I think, than pure Molten Strike. That said, can't do it with claws, so you'd have to build it a different way. I think a really thick, Molten Fissure, Volcanic Fissure, Vengeant Cascade action with Strength Stack, Brutus Blood Sprinkler, that sort of shit should be absolutely insane this league. So you can see that one of the other weaknesses of the build is degens, because we don't have a huge amount of life. So degens are going to look bigger compared to our life pool proportionally, and on top of that, the life regen isn't huge. I've just got a little bit of life regen, like, I don't know, 200, something like that. So if I'm not getting to attack and there's a degen up, then it can be pretty bad. This Feared, however, had early weakness on me, so I think I was uncapped on cold, so the degen did look a bit worse than it otherwise would have. But for plenty of other things, yeah, some degens can be annoying. So the character did take on all endgame content in the end. I killed all the Ubers. Some were pretty difficult, like you still got a Graveyard Zerg Searing Exarch. You've still kinda gotta just clench your teeth and absolutely despise Uber Cirrus, but we killed him twice on the last portal. The only thing I think I didn't really accomplish was Wave 30 Simulacrum. I tried one. It was the worst layout, the one with the stairs, Act 1 I think it was, and I got to Wave 29. So it's doable, I'd say, for sure, but it's tough because I'm a pure armor character, and I think Simulacrum, when you're building lots of defense, to be able to deal with a lot of things, both evasion and armor together come into play quite nicely. Being pure armor, it was kind of tough for the face tank at times, depending on what mods were on the Simulacrum. So if it had like double sorts of chaos and LE penetrations and extra chaos damage and crit rolls and stuff like that, you'd end up just getting kind of comboed a bit. So it was still decent. I think it's not bad for Simulacrum by all means. Could do Wave 30, I think, but it didn't on that one attempt. So yeah, as you can see though, the gameplay can be pretty chill, pretty one-handed, pretty face tanky. Overall, very strong character. Love playing it. Can be done on a low budget. It's a little painful to put together, just to get all the right items. Very unique heavy, but yeah, good solid character. And Molten Strike, very good skill with Vengeant Cascade at the moment. So with that, I'll leave you with a my first Uber Elder over the league, and as I'm figuring out some face tanking. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time. Guessing if this build would have been league startable? No. If I'm attacking one of them, I might be able to tank Shaper Bolt's public too. So like when I'm blasting Elder, it may be AFK. That's just dirty. Like, I can face tank those spears, but not if Shaper disappears right as I'm about to get hit by both of them. Thus removing my sustain. Yep, we can tank the balls. Committed, and it worked. Can I just sit here and eat all of this, maybe? Can't believe I went into that as well. Tanking everything and sometimes getting punished. Sat on a puddle and a beam. if I just
I
face
agree
this?
with Matt.
Oh yeah. Don't have to move for that. This is about as foolproof as this fight can get. Rest go, thanks 30-month resub. Please give me a 400 Divine Watcher Eye, thank you. But I asked for it. Why not get?